Yeah.
Hey, it's Cigar Saturday on a Saturday night. I'm here, Tom Fischer with Matty Rock, joining us from Sanja's, and our good friends, Shad Bates, Shea Bates, owners of Janus Coffee Roasters, joining us all the way from Wyoming. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. It's starting to warm up and green up a little bit here, so that's nice. I think we're in our third spring, so.
Excellent. So I have a little of your coffee here, a little of the BourbonBlog coffee I made just a moment ago, and got a cigar, got some whiskey. What's everybody tasting on there? What's everybody trying out?
I have a coffee-based beverage at the moment, but not Shad and Shea's, because they don't have Shad and Shea's Janus Coffee shop built up here in my area that I could go
Coming
to
soon.
Yet, but I made a deal with a coffee-based beverage to stay true to form.
Nice. And what are you smoking there, Matty?
I actually have one of the soon-to-be defunct Muwats, so we all know I'm a little bummed about that. So my little DE heads, if you want to smoke Muwats, I highly suggest you get them now, because they're going to be gone. So they have been cut from the roster, if you will. So I'm doing taps for this right now and enjoying one.
I'm really sad about the Muwats being gone, because the bait fish was, that's just, for me, a perfect cold winter smoke or a quick smoke, It was great. So I'm actually sipping on some IPA.
Wonderful.
And a little Diplomatico. And smoking a Liga Privada 9 pig.
Wow.
Nice.
I got a little Diplomatico myself, and trying one of the new undercrowns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
see, pretty good.
All decked out, brother.
Amazing stuff. And I'm having, because I was so fortunate to be with Matty and Sanj and Ed and the whole gang last week.
Dude.
Such a good time at Cigar Barbecue. I'm having one of the SP1014s here. It's the SP1014. And also I'm having some of the coffee, some of our BourbonBlog coffee, and we'll put up that link for everybody, bourbonblog.com/coffee, of course. And then today I was out and about, and I've known these guys for a while. They're from Nashville, Tennessee. They do a really wonderful whiskey called Triple Smoke. It's Corsair, and I see that they're doing, this is actually not a cocktail in a can. It's 100% whiskey in a can. So they've been doing a great job. It's the live unboxing or opening. I'm going to have a little whiskey out of a can.
I like that. I like the presentation. That's a little new for Razzle Dazzle, Tom.
It's Razzle Dazzle. It's 2 shots of whiskey in a can. So cherry, beechwood, and peat. It's a lot of smoky whiskeys in one can.
And I've
one whiskey.
never seen whiskey in a can before. Is this a first?
Most of what we're seeing in a can are cocktails. I think it maybe has been done, but not very often. So it's a really good whiskey. It's one of those. It's a real good craft whiskey in a can. So another way to take it with you on the go, of course, safely and everything. If you're going into a place where you can take it to go.
It's easier to hide, Tom. I think I understand what you're and I respect
what I'm trying to say. Don't drive with it or anything like that, but football game, whatever it might be, right?
Yep, that gets you golf clap and Shad and Shea. We will make sure we get you some SP1014s out there, dudes.
Yeah, and I'm doing Matty's. It's a Lancero, which I'm really loving too, Matty. This is so nice.
That's one of my go-to sizes. I'll smoke other stuff, but when I see a brand that has Lanceros, I'm all about it. And those things.
The Lancero just highlights the wrapper. And that's what brings the flavor to the cigar, I think. So, yeah.
Yep, entirely agree, brother. So now, guys, it's been almost a year since we've had you on. So I want you guys to go fill everybody in on all the new stuff you've been working on and what you're doing now and where you're going, so everybody knows.
Yes. All right. I'll let you go talk about that one.
Oh, well, we got the Cigar of the Month Club, which just opened up last month. limited number of spaces or tickets to get in. They're going pretty fast. We like to use that one for the test blends that we have going on, kind of get feedback on that. Also, we're always guaranteed to do a collab with it, usually the Coffee for a Cause, and then also a single origin.
Yeah, so and that one, I mean, we had a ton of goddamn requests to do this for a long time, and trying to figure out and decide how much coffee to include in it, how much somebody's going to drink in a month, and then also what we're going to put in it. And that we decided on 2 bags, and like Shea said, you're going to get either a collaboration that we do. That would be a Jesse Flores blend. That could be Bob the Cigar Guy. That could be Shorty Rossi. Any of the collaborations that we do that go with Coffee of the Cause would also include Cigar for Warriors. I know that, Pete, if he's watching, I'm not on a high chair, Pete. But that would include that. And we do 2 coffees for them. It would also include one of our regular lines on there. So we're going to do 2 12-ounce bags. It will be under the MSRP. So it's $25 to get in. You can go on our website, januscoffeeroasters.com, and you can type in on the search engine Coffee of the Month Club, and it'll pull open. Like Shea said, it's limited right now. That's due to all the other probably stuff that we're going to talk about a little bit, but there's 25 slots, and the first month was sold out relatively quick, and so that was really exciting. That means there's a lot of people. As we're able to, definitely going to open it up. One thing I want to mention about the Coffee of the Month Club that Shea and I talked about, there are subscriptions out there that are reoccurring charges on your card. Like once you sign up, they just nail you every month. And I've been in those, specifically with some Cigar of the Month clubs. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want to do it this month, right? Well, not this one. We wouldn't do that, because that, to me, that's kind of some backdoor sneaky on you. And what I want is for people to be able to go on every month. If they don't want it this month, because they didn't sell anything, then they don't have to. Or if they didn't drink it all, then they don't have to. So that's a Coffee of the Month Club. It's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, I think a lot of consumers out there would appreciate what you're doing, and you're not trying to stick it to them. So not only you getting great coffee done from my boy in Wyoming, but a lot of people do not sell ethically, and I think even more people appreciate that. So my coffee lovers out there, trust me, I drink the boys' coffee every morning. Definitely hit JanusCoffeeRoasters.com. Check it out. Guaranteed you won't be disappointed. And you gals and guys know how I feel about coffee and being caffeinated.
Yeah, it is the best. I mean, it's such good coffee. We love it, and so many great expressions, and you all just put such love and passion into it.
Yeah. So like I said, it opens up on the first. The new month opens up. It runs the whole month, but it'll open up on the first of the month. I did not open it up on April Fool's Day, because generally we send out an email to all of our subscribers. You can subscribe to our emails, get some updates. We try to pull some out, put them out every other week, once a week if we can, about new products or new coffees that we have or specials that we might be running. But I didn't do it on April 1st because I don't know about everybody else, but I got like 853 emails on the 1st. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I went with the 4th. The 15th of the month, if you've ordered between the 1st of the month and the 15th or the 14th of the month, you're going to get the coffee we're going to ship it out on the 15th. So the 14th of the month is a really busy day for us because that's when we roast. We don't roast anything. We don't do batch roasting. We roast to order. So if the orders come in, I don't have a bag. I don't have a bag of our BourbonBlog coffee sitting, waiting to be put in a box. If we get an order for the BourbonBlog coffee, which is fantastic, it will be probably roasted that night, and then shipped out the next day, generally.
Which is awesome because obviously you're getting the freshest coffee humanly possible that way. So again, my coffee lovers, keep that in mind. So when you're ordering from from Janus, you're getting super, super fresh, which most people don't have the ability to do that for.
Yeah,
Right.
It freshly roasted and sent out within 48 hours, which is a pretty big deal.
It's freshly roasted, and we love, and again, we're so happy to partner with you all, and I put that link up there, which will take you to the Janus Roasters coffee site, bourbonblog.com/coffee, from a special barrel that we were able to get with Breckenridge Bourbon. I'm sure we'll do some more collabs, but people are still loving the Bourbon Blog coffee, aren't they, guys?
Yeah, and every time I roast it, Tom, I think about having to drive 35 miles in 7 hours on that damn interstate in the middle of a blizzard. It was that was an experience.
It was an adventure.
It snowed so hard. I think I peed 4 times next to the car next to me, and they never saw things.
I do think though this story,
I like it.
Going to start going down like when you said you were kids and you went to school uphill and it snowed in both directions and uphill in both directions. And I think you're going to start adding like 10 or 15 miles to the drive, like every year that we have you on. Then it'll be like, it was my 8 degrees, it'll become the world.
A number of times you had to pee too.
Next year, the story is going to be 95 miles in 12 hours, and it snowed 36 inches. Yeah, of course.
It's going to be like, right? Where you friggin', I had to kill my Tom to stay warm. Like, wait, what? No, sorry, it had to be done.
Well, hey, next time you go get a barrel, I'll come with you. Well, even if the adventures going through forests and mountains together and climbing, grand peaks of Colorado, we'll do it, and we'll have more stories to tell.
Added character, baby. The coffee's got even more character.
It's that much better through the blizzard.
Tom, I actually have the perfect event that is held in, Matty Rock has been there because we were there with you, Matty, in Broomfield in August would be a good event for Tom to go to. And Shea and I will be there with Cigar for Warriors. And so we can all.
So will I.
Tom, you got to go. You got to be there. Yeah.
I'd love to. We're in what's the event? Tell me about it.
It's the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, and it's been around for a long time. It started out real small in Boulder, Colorado, and as it grew, they moved it to this place called the OmniLink. It's big, and they have local bourbon, and microbrews that are there. Major cigar manufacturers are all there. There's a VIP package that people can get where they can get in early and meet people like Matty Rock, and you can go around and sample all the different bourbons and beers, buy cigars, smoke cigars, and there's food served and music played, live music. It's a really good event.
Cool. I know. I'd love to keep going.
And Matty usually stays for a couple days and goes on nature walks to find himself in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah. People laugh. Husky Aquaman will be standing next to signs and say, Husky Aquaman is walking in the elevation over 9,000 feet and he's not dead. I'm like, see, the Husky lifestyle has not shut me down yet. So I will be waddling in the mountainside being taken for Sasquatch and such. Yep, it's a true story.
To add to the story, maybe what we all do is fill up come August, we'll fill up beans in a barrel and we'll just roll it through the nature. Matty, there you go.
Yeah.
Tom, we'll all roll
I'll take the downhill shift. They can do the uphill shift. Yeah.
Shad, did you hear that? I'm thinking the Husky Aquaman blend.
Ooh. Hints of seaweed sushi.
Yes.
But there is a barrel involved too.
It's tried. Yes. Yes. One could only wonder what the advertising would look like on that. So I think I'm vested.
Yeah, absolutely. How did we not think about this before?
My two brain cells don't align that often. So, this a little bit show, but I'm thinking Husky Aquaman blend. Yes.
I like it. All types of blends and options with Janus Coffee Roasters. And I see there's some fans watching that say
nice.
They love. I see. Is it Alaria? Hopefully, I'm saying
Alaria.
it right.
What's up, Alaria?
A lot of fans. Christina. A lot of people that love the coffee. If you have any questions for Shad and Shea, there, ask them below.
Yeah.
And tell us what your favorite roast you've had has been. And you guys, you've been at it for a while. How long y'all been at the Janus Coffee Roasters?
It's hard to say. Like the past 2 years have kind of just been a time warp, I think, for everybody.
Right. So I think actually we've been roasting for about 5 years.
Right.
We roasted one whole year almost without even doing the website. And we did that because, I mean, although this is funny. So although I thought 3 months into roasting that our coffee was, I mean, like, this is good. We should put this out. And I'm like, well, let's wait and keep roasting. I look back to where we were after 3 months of roasting, and I'm like, holy shit, that was garbage.
It was just because it was fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the original blends that we were testing with and messing with, we went back and we roasted those just to see where they're at. And I'm like, I'm so glad that we went a year of learning the process and getting down the blending and understanding the bean before we launched the website. So website, I think, has been active and doing all this stuff for 4 years about, and then 5 of actively warming people's beans.
Yeah, essentially. Just glorified bean warmers.
That could be a brand, glorified bean warmers. I'm taking credit for that.
But you do so much though. I mean, you guys put such creativity behind this. You've done a lot of great experiments and projects, not only with myself but with so many others. I mean, what made it all happen? How did it keep growing?
Oh man, stress,
stress, and like a day job, and like wanting that release. Yeah. And at first, it was, for me at least, a really good way to justify smoking too many cigars and having a couple beers and hanging out with my brother till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, we're roasting coffee. Yeah. We're roasting coffee. And it then turned into, it's really good coffee and people deserve the best product at the lowest price point. And then we got the collabs on, and the coffee for a cause. And that was a big game changer that, suddenly we have a product that we can sell that benefits someone else in need. And if they grow from it while we grow from it, then it's a no-brainer. That's what you do.
Yeah, it's been the growth has been crazy, honestly. I mean, we started out with this little website and doing coffee, and I'll bet you we probably would sell 10 or 15 bags a month, which was fine. And she's right. It's an opportunity for us. We work in the human services field for my company, and we deal with a lot of the really shitty parts that happen within families and struggles with families. And it's very stressful because each one of us deal with like 12 different families. And to be able to go down and sit with Shea and have a cigar and talk about coffee and talk about beans, spend time with my brother, blending and doing that is memories. Even if it shut down tomorrow, it's memories that would last forever. Right. As far as what's made it grow, man, I think social media has helped, obviously. And what it takes is kind of our philosophy is we want to put out the freshest, the best coffee roast out there at the best price, like Shea said, and then let the best advertisement I have is word of mouth. Mm-hmm. Shea and I know that they're going to say like, oh my God, this is great coffee. I'll give you an example. There's a guy on a website, on a Facebook group that I'm active in, that I chat with a lot. And this is an area that's really grown for us probably within the last 6 months. Anyway, this guy sends me a message and he says, hey, my buddy's going to contact you. He's the business manager for this major restaurant in one of the New York boroughs. And they want to do some private label coffee. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm thinking whatever. I don't know who the restaurant is. I don't know really this guy. I don't know the background. I don't know what's going on. So we set up a time for me to call him, and this guy ends up calling me. And we're talking, and they want to do a private label. So really what that means is we're gonna roast the coffee, blend the coffee, roast the coffee, ship it out, package it, ship it out to them, and then they're gonna sell it at their spot, right? And he said, I want every corner bodega to have it. We want to serve it in the restaurant. We're opening a new restaurant. And so we're just in the process with that company and that individual of going down that road. And then it kind of struck me that we actually are doing private labels for other people, like Lone Star Tobacco in Houston, Texas, and Forbes Henderson. We do a coffee for them that we package up and ship down to him, and Forbes sells it in the cigar shop, and he also serves it in the cigar shop, which is fantastic because that way they can taste it. There's a coffee company down in that does coffee retail and some other things in Colorado, Dally Coffee. They're online as well. We do a private label for them. And then locally, there's a caterer. This is interesting. And Matty, I want to get you guys some of this. This lady's a caterer. So she has her own coffee. It's called Two Horse Catering. And she sells bags of it, but then she uses it in a steak seasoning. And yeah, and it's really good. I mean, we got some of it.
Like a coffee dryer.
What's that?
Like a coffee.
Yeah. It's got other spices in it too, but coffee is. And so she told me, I mean, this lady's kind of cracks the whip on me. She's like, okay, Shad, this has to be absolutely the same blend and the same roast every time. It's essential. And I'm like, and this is in the beginning. I'm like, wow, okay, chill, we got you. It's all right. But she's selling so much of this steak seasoning that we're actually now getting ready to start roasting and grinding it, sending it to a spice blender who's gonna blend it and package it and then ship it back to her. And so the private label thing is really going up. If we happen to get the private label in New York, Shea and I talked, it's going to be company changing. We're going to have to be able to produce probably 4,000 to 5,000 bags every month for this company.
Yeah.
So we're talking probably 4 more roasters.
Sounds like you got to go do quality control, drink coffee every day. Just saying.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, it's great coffee, but she uses it as a rub too.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because when Shad had first told me that this local gal, really awesome gal, super sweet, wanted to use it as a steak seasoning, and I thought, okay, that's novel. We'll see. And then he brought some and cooked some steaks up. And Shad's great on the grill and on the smoker. But that seasoning, like you can taste the coffee notes in it.
Yeah. And
not overpowering. I was like, wow, this isn't just like some chintzy novelty thing. This is legit. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Coffee there. You'll see people doing that, like a porcini balsamic coffee rub, which is amazing. Some people truffles, but that coffee adds such a nice edge to that on the seasoning. So totally awesome. Congrats, guys. That's great stuff. Anyone who's listening out there, my restaurant peeps, my chefs.
Yeah.
Keep your ears up. So now you know. Boys.
Can we send these guys some of that?
Yeah. I'll get some rub and send it to you guys.
Yeah. I love it.
But one thing I want to emphasize, Matty, is, you know, it's really cool to talk about these private labels and the big orders and 5,000 bags. I guarantee you, Shea and I've talked about and tried to and we're working on a plan. We will never ever forget the consumer that orders 1 bag. We will still always roast that to order. We'll still use the smaller roasters to take care of those people. We do lots and lots of charity event roasts for people. Got one that said, you know, I think we can only sell 30 bags for this charity. You know, would you be interested in it? And I said, absolutely, without even talking numbers with them. Because if it's a charity event, we're in it. We understand and realize that more than likely, we aren't going to be able to buy that island in the Caribbean roasting coffee. And that's not why we're in it.
So with the small batches, and I know I'm a friggin' weirdo, right? Like anybody spent probably 10 minutes with me, like that guy's weird. I love the small batches and never batch roasting the roast to order, because then I get that little invoice sheet that Shad sets down of what's happening. And I'm like, oh, Joseph Heinley over in Connecticut. All right, Joe, what you got here? Oh, I got you, baby. And I get in this like zone of like personalness with this guy. And I don't know him. I might see his name a few times and I'm like, yep, there's your Cuban coffee. And I'm watching it. And in this moment of roasting it on the little roaster, that's for you, Joe. So that's for you. And then we package it up and like that whole time, like, there you go, bud.
So, and Shea does that and he geeks me out with it because the roaster's going, we've got the exhaust going. It's a little noisy buzz. And all of a sudden I hear him talking and I'm overdoing my thing. And I look over, I'm like, are you, what? And I'm a little hard of hearing anyway. I'm like, what are you talking? Oh shit, he's just talking to the invoice.
Yep. Yep. Just putting that attention, that love in it, you know, and I don't know if it has actually any benefit to the quality, but I sure as hell feel better about roasting it. It'd be different if I was like, oh, stack of invoices, sure. Load 100 pounds up, you get what you get. Yeah, that wouldn't feel the same.
Customer is everything, right? So that shows your commitment right there when you're committed to the customer and you care that everybody's happy and enjoying, and you're doing something to be part of their life. So again, that's why we love you guys.
Yes.
We appreciate that, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a person buying one bag or a company buying 1,000 bags. It's your commitment to excellence and that ability to be able to link up with your consumer. And that's important. And as we've seen a lot of businesses, that kind of goes by the wayside. And much love to you guys for keeping that up. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. And I put the link up there one more time, JanusCoffeeRoasters.com, and having some right now, amazing stuff, everything you find there. Check them out, especially and also check out this new Coffee of the Month. That's where you can sign up for it. Is it that website, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's so much fun. We try to take and do different things with beans. I mean, there's a lot of coffee roasters out there that have the bourbon barrel aged coffee.
Yes.
Jesse Flores threw me for a loop when he said, I want to do a rum aged coffee, a rum. And I'm like, okay. He goes, I want it to taste like rum. He goes, can you spray rum on it after it's roasted? I said, I could, but that would be shit. It would taste like alcohol. And so, I mean, it took us probably 4 or 5 months with different rums to figure out the process of a rum aged. And so if anybody's out there that wants to do something unique, you can send me an email.
Nice.
Either one of us. It's Shad at Janus Coffee Roaster or JanusToback.com is the website. And it's on is the email. It's on our website. But yeah, we even got for Dally Coffee, they wanted flavor coffee. Right? And I'm like, ugh.
And Shad and I went rounds on this a little bit, because my thought is an infused coffee, aging it, using even to the point of using spirits to be the carrying agent for, you know, like making a liqueur. Sure, we could make a cocoa liqueur, but I don't want to get some flavor spray, get a super cheap bean, roast it, and then cover it in sugar, right, in one of the tumblers, and then sell it. And he's like, we're going around. I'm like, integrity, quality, we're aging stuff, we're infusing it. It's totally different than flavoring. And he's like, hey, man, it's about the customer. That's what they want. You got me. You're right. Give the people what they want.
Yeah. So
let's figure it out and let's make it better than anybody else's.
And we don't have it on our website, but I was able to find a company. It was actually out of Florida that creates some flavoring for coffee that you have to spray it on when the bean is about 120 degrees, and it just soaks into that. And so, like chocolate covered cherry. This company, this Dally Coffee, does a chocolate covered cherry for Valentine's Day, and literally tastes like a chocolate covered cherry. It's insane. We don't have any of it on our website, but like chocolate and peanut butter. I mean, I have some hazelnut. So we have some caramel, a snick for them.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy stuff that they asked us to do. And we were like, yeah, we'll figure it out. We could do it.
What I'm hearing from that is the Husky Aquaman chocolate peanut butter coffee. That's
been different, John.
But that's actually what I heard. Husky Aquaman chocolate peanut, like the fat bastard blend. Yeah, that's what
fat bastard blend. You can have your own line under that.
Peanut butter fat bastard blend. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. And Shea's right. We'd had a lot of discussions about it, and he was like, I want to be artisan. I want to be pure to the coffee. I want to do this. And I said, I get it. But if a customer's asking for something because they've had our other coffee and they think we can do it, by golly, we're going to try.
Yep.
Right.
And make sure that you research and practice enough. Yeah. Screw up enough to do it better than anybody else.
I know Tracy just said hello. Yeah. She's on.
Good to see Tracy. Yes.
There you go. So Tracy, talk to these guys about what they're doing with rubs. So they just were talking about a couple minutes ago of rubs, and I know Tracy's always looking for new things to add to her bag of special tricks.
The rubs, that's exciting. I mean, I've had some barbecue rubs. I've had some that have a little bit of coffee. Are there other uses for coffee you all have discovered in the process of doing this the last several years that you would have never guessed? Any other things that you found that you were surprised by?
The chafe that comes off is really good for gardens.
Okay.
It's really good for what?
So, yeah, and Shea's right. So when you roast a coffee, right, you start with you roast that bean. It starts green, and it is like a little piece of concrete. Shea and I both tried to bite one and there's no way. So as the bean roasts, so as the bean roasts, it starts to release all the water in it, and it grows. And as it grows, it's like a snake almost. It lets off a chafe, a shell, right? And so you can actually capture all that chafe when we're roasting and spread it in our garden and till it up, and it's going to be really good for the tomatoes.
Wow.
That was kind of interesting that we did some research on.
And that was just me being super chintzy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, look at all this chafe we're wasting. We got to upcycle this somehow, right? Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Put it in the garden.
Yeah.
And now you figured out coffee compost. I'm just shouting names out there, guys. Just remember, man, these percentages are adding up. Janus Coffee.
Yeah. Sell a bag of chafe for $10.
This is awesome, guys. It's so good to have you back on here. We love what you do. Hopefully we'll see you real soon and try some new coffees, and just big congrats on all the growth on what you've done at Janus Coffee Roasters. I think it's just
it's been unreal. The whole past, I guess, 5 years, what Shad was right. The past 5 years has just reaffirmed into me that determination always wins.
Yeah.
You just keep plugging along, adapt and overcome, never give up hope. Just keep plugging along, and it pays off.
Keep grinding.
Yep.
Well played, sir.
Keep grinding. And again, everybody still, we say it every time, but take a moment, like this, share this video for everyone that's liked and shared this on Twitter and Facebook. We're going to watch here in just a moment. We're going to draw a number for that Bourbon Barrel Aged Coffee.
Hey, Tom, you know what I would like to do?
Yes.
Shea and I talked about this. I think what we should do is from now until Sunday night at midnight Mountain Standard Time, let's do a 15% off of an order at Janus Coffee Roasters, and the code will be BourbonBlog.
Code is BourbonBlog. All right.
Yeah, and I'll enter that in as soon as we're off. I'll enter it in, and all caps. All caps.
All right.
Yep.
What a guy. There it is. That's the code.
Guys and gals, you got the code for that. Now, Shad and Shea, we've talked about you doing coffee for little guys, big guys. What's the best way for people who want to contact you that want to do their blends and everything, do you prefer they go through the website? Do you want them hitting you up on social media? Because you guys also have your regular social media accounts as well. Do you take questions there? Do you want questions just on the Janus Roasters social media sites? Let everyone know where they can reach out to you, they could talk to you, they could ask you questions, and then of course that'll come to getting a formula put together where people could reach out and get stuff sent out to them.
Yeah, I think anywhere, right?
Anywhere. If you want to hit up, it's just luck of the draw. If you hit up Shad on the email that's on the Janus Coffee Roasters website, it's going to go straight to Shad. If you throw it on the social media, it might be Shad, it might be me. Either way, we're going to give you basically the same information and point you in the right direction. So really, any interested party or consumer, whatever platform works best for you, we'll get back to you.
One thing that we added to the website was a chat feature and I get an alert on my phone. So if somebody has a question or wants to reach out and they don't want to email, they can actually send a chat in the chat feature. And I actually did a private blend on just by somebody putting out on the chat. So anyway, social media, email, you can look us up on Facebook. You can look us up on Instagram, Twitter. Shad, I have a Twitter account that they can reach out on.
It's Janus Roasters and all three, fellas?
Janus Coffee Roasters on all of them, yeah.
Yep. At Janus Coffee Roasters.
So, guys, make sure you follow Janus Coffee Roasters on all three of those platforms so you can find Shad and Shea, and they will share their experience with you, and they can help you build either something that you want or enjoy some of the stuff that they already have out there, which we're all currently enjoying today.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'll be the first to admit, like, we're not super active with the post engagement on the social media. It's or any advertising cost, right? To like go out and say, this is who we are. Even in our tiny town of like maybe 6,000 people, we don't put anything out. Just grassroots, word of mouth, which I really like and appreciate. And there's been times, and correct me if I'm wrong, where people that we meet through word of mouth and then approach us through like the social media and end up making them a blend that's like exclusive to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Just for shits and giggles. It's
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What do you like? Sure. Here, let's get you a blend. And that's Tommy T's blend or.
Yeah. So I've had people on social media reach out to me and say, I really like your Cuban coffee blend. Can you do it? Can you roast it a little longer, make it a little darker if I order it? And I'm like, yeah. And so this is how small we are as we're growing. I'm like, yeah, just place an order and I'll write down on the sheet that you want it darker or you want it lighter, and we'll do it. I mean, why not? To make it darker, it takes an extra 30 seconds. That's not a big deal to me. And if that's what the consumer wants, heck yeah.
And right now with the logistics of really catering to, I don't want to say the little guy, but specific to the individual consumer, that level of customization, right now we're able to manage it because we're not like mega corporation coffee roaster. Right. But in the future, and Shad and I have talked of working it out with the logistics of the website so that there is more customization available to the consumer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, like, oh, I like that, so let me move the little dial bar over. I want it a little bit lighter that next time.
Yeah.
I think something.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think we should start talking about too is now that we've come to the tail end of COVID and open up and events are open up again. So it's not just Tom and I that are happy to be out on the road again. I think you got to explain to the people out there who are very eager. You see that the everything's starting to open up with events. So just for clarity of everyone out there, if people wanted to have you at an event where you guys are brewing and selling coffee, they can reach out to you and that's something that you could work out with them, right? And be part of their event and be part of that experiential, correct?
Absolutely. We're actually planning an event right now at the Casper Cigar Company, they're Drew Diplomat, and we're going to go up and take some test blends. We're going to take probably have some drip. We'll have some pour over. We'll have some tastings and probably 3 or 4 different coffee blends that they can try and pair up with different cigars. But and we'll do it for a banquet. I mean, whatever. Yeah, events are fun. I think that's probably our favorite part of it. This coffee
It is fun.
Is when we get to have that consumer engagement, right? And we get to talk with people and answer questions, not via social media or even Zoom, but face to face, and actually see their face when they taste the coffee, and get their feedback.
That human interaction. That's its goal.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I think that's what we're all missing, which is a perfect segue into that. So remember, guys and gals, Tom is available for his bookings again, instead of doing all of his tastings and his education virtually, as we have been doing for too long. Tom is now available to go out on the road, and it could be from small parties to large parties. Tom will be working events that have 1,000 people. So give that some thought. I'll let you take that one, Tom, and tell them what you do.
Yes, reach out to me for bourbon spirit whiskey tastings, even doing some tequila tastings for in-person events, or if you still want to do virtual events, we can. But either way, drop me an email at tom@bourbonblog.com, and we can discuss it more. And hopefully we'll see all of you watching at some point, whether at one of the barn smokers or someplace in person. We'd love to see you.
Absolutely. So keep in mind, everybody, if you're looking to bring your experiential up and reach more people, like I said, Tom's available for tastings. I'll help you put together the cigar pairings, and my guys down below will help you do the coffee experiential part. And like I said, it'll be good to get back there out on the road, get to see everybody. We're all equally looking forward to that, and getting to see all of our friends that we've missed for a while.
We'll all see you soon. We got you covered. Coffee, whiskey, cigars. What more could you need?
Maybe just some barbecue to my barbecue people.
Barbecue as well. We had such a good time last week. We really did.
I was dead serious when I was your guys' event last week. Shea and I got to be there next year. There's no way I'm missing it. The first year I'm like, oh yeah, those are cool pictures. This year my mouth was watering. I'm like, oh no, we're going.
We had so much fun, didn't we? And we'd love to have you. It would be just so much fun.
If you don't show up on your own this time, so for the barbecue annual 3, if you don't show up, people are just going to come and get you anyway. It's either going to be against your will or you're going to show up.
No, not the sweetmeats. Not the sweetmeats. I can't.
And the size was over double what it was, right? Double the size, a whole lot more people. It was just, as Tracy says, it was epic. Tracy, we loved having Tracy there.
It was epic, Tracy. So we started. 5. Then the proprietor of Sanjay's Fine Shop said, "You know what, Ed? Fuck 75 people, because it's better than 75 people. Doubling it to 150." And Ed's like, "Okay." And then we said it to this one. Sanj said, "You know what? Fuck 150. I think we're looking at 300." So meanwhile, Ed, I, and Sandra don't really talk anymore after that one. But we're gonna push to make it bigger, better, more badass every year. I don't know how we can make it better, but we're going to. So our goal every year is to keep expanding the experience, working everything out for charity, and bringing a whole bunch of great people together, which again is always the most important thing.
So last year, Tom, we did. So I come across a buddy of mine who has a severely autistic child. So he called me. I know you donate a lot of stuff. Would you donate some for us? And I said, of course. And I said, we'll do something of our own. And he's like, we've never done it. I said, I'm here. So same thing. Within 20 minutes, I set up the whole plan. We sold 300 tickets, raised tons and tons of money. I donated everything. Same event, 26th of this month, our second event, 680 tickets are sold.
Great. Wonderful. That's great.
Doing stuff. I think, charity, the way it works, my personal opinion, if a right person is doing it and people know your reputation, in my case, I told you, Tom, last year we had a guy leave me a blank check. He said, put whatever amount you want. I had another gentleman come in this year. He wanted to pay for the whole thing. And he says, no, just donate the money. So they know when you involve, unfortunate thing, a lot of people in the name of charities, they pull in a lot of scams, right? And of course, I'm not going to give somebody if the money's not going to a right place. And with our reputation, people know that whatever we do, majority of the stuff, I'm the one donating. So, for me, there's no reason to take anything. And we make sure that, money goes. I don't care. Listen, I don't believe in big corporation helping them like big organizations. I rather see local people get stuff. Local kids benefit from all our charities. And to me, you could, know them. You could, see who they are, And to me, I mean, the only other place that we donate tons of stuff blindly is St. Hospital. No one else. Not Blue Cross, Red Cross, none of those people. Because their CEOs make $3-4 million a year. They ride around in fucking Rolls Royce. They could go. So to me, I'd rather help a neighborhood child and say, hey, here's 15, 20 grand, whatever needed, needs to be done. We'll do it, and that's all there's to it.
You're providing directly back to that community, and watching the the effects of what you do when you can go right to the community that and see it with your own eyes and know nothing's being misappropriated, and the people who really need it really getting it. Very, very big deal to Sanj and the rest of us.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know how it works out, but a lot of places that go through the drive-through, I'm at the checkout, I'm on the Domino's app or wherever, and do you want to donate to charity? Is that $1, is that $5 really going to go to them, and is that company just taking a tax break off of my charity contribution? Like,
the way
I'd rather give grassroots to my people.
The way that system works, it's organized by that they know how to work the system, so they'll get involved. So in the old days, you remember they used to have candy machine. You put quarter, and they had machine that said this money helps handicapped children, but it was an independently owned guy. So what the law says, as long as you donate 1% of that money, so if you give them $10, they have to give 1% of that, which is 10 cents, $9.90. They could keep it. So never give money to any of those people. Big corporations get involved in it because it's run by the same people that's doing the credit card processing. So they'll give you an incentive. Say, if you get involved with this program, we'll knock off for 1 year. If you run it, we'll knock off percentage of your fees. So none of that stuff 100% goes. It's like Cars for Blind, right? Cars for Blind, it was the biggest scam, and nobody ever got it. And law says, even if you register, law says you have to donate 1% of whatever you collect. And that's why Red Cross, if you look at the CEO salaries, the CEO makes almost $4 million a year. She does not travel unless, it's a Rolls Royce taking her to the airport, and she travels in a private plane. And these are the charity people? Absolutely not. These are business people. So, I'd rather see you, anybody, not just you, anybody. I'd rather see you pull out $10 and give it to some homeless guy and then say, hey, do whatever. In God's eyes, when we do good, right, it's a peace of mind. It's, to me, I don't know about anybody else, but when I donate something, it makes me feel good, inside, internally, say, wow, I did something, And again, like, we don't put our names anywhere. We do what we do. We're very quiet people. And, we leave, and most of the time people don't even know who done all this stuff, So I'd rather see people give a homeless person $5, $10, buy him a meal, whatever it is, and to that, I think, in my opinion, that goes farther, and you actually will feel better than you giving some corporation $1,000 check. No, take that $1,000, feed fucking 25 homeless people. Go out and buy ready-made meals and give them out, warm meals, and that will go further, in everyone's eyes, even in God's eyes, right? So there are people do things. People constantly ask us, why do you do so much giving? And I said, because I can. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not taking any fucking thing I have with me. So this is how I came. This is how I'm going to go. So it's that simple. So, if you make in a process, if you make few people happy and feed few people's, stomach, and help someone, put a warm jacket on them or give them a pair of shoes, I think that goes further, you know. And then, you know, to me, I'm against donating to temples, churches, you know. I don't, religious places is it's a business to me. So to, you know, I rather give it to a homeless person. And that's our thing for years and years. You know, people say, what do you want for your birthday? I said, whatever you want to spend, first homeless person you see, give it to them. And to me, that's my thing, you know. And as you know, Tom, you know, we have a lot of homeless people coming
Yes.
every day, 365 days.
I don't like how he looked at me like that, though, when he said that.
So, I mean,
You're only one of two.
I believe the donation should help in the community, that people you know, not necessarily you know, but at least you know that 100% of your effort went to somebody who really needed it. And you know, and that's the thing, you know, people donating to churches and temples and they put fucking big names. Who gives a fuck? If you give somebody $1, God knows that you gave your last dollar to somebody. And that's all that matters. You know, the only person you got to fear and worry about is God, no one else. So, you know, fuck what people say. I don't believe, oh, Sanj donated, Matty donated, you know, 10,000 cigars to this charity. Let me put it in a, you know, newspaper or town magazine. I said, absolutely not. There was a guy, Tom, we did last event last week from
Right.
and he said, we want to take your interview. And I said, absolutely not. I said, for what? He goes, well, people need to know. I said, listen, God needs to know, and God knows what I'm doing, and that's all that matters to me. So I think private charities, local charities is the best thing. Help your neighbors, you know. People go to sleep. They have fucking steak dinners and this and that and all kind of expensive wines and shit, and they don't care how their fucking neighbors are doing. What good are you? You know, care about your neighbor, care about your community, you know. Human, simple. Doesn't matter. Black, white, red, blue, you know, straight, gay, Catholic, Muslim, whatever, Hindus, whatever. It's your neighbor. And that's it. To me, that's my mentality, that's my philosophy. As far as concerns, you know, donation and doing stuff. And you know, and we always tell people, anyone needs for anything, please let us know. You know, and what we can do. And you know, listen, in 30 years I have never not give a charity something, you know, and that's all it's doing. If we can do it, I like to, you know, do something massive, something big, and let's do it.
That's why we decided Ed's now doing 300 people next year. Love you, Ed.
Whatever. I mean, we could have to listen. If you have a space, you know, I got the time and I got the know-how. You got 1,000 people, I'm in. You got 2,000 people, it's even better. You know.
I'll bet Janus Coffee Roasters, just us alone, will pull in another 75 people.
I think so. That's why I better see your asses.
I love it. No, I think we'll.
I hear no bullshit.
No, it's and again we're tasting some of the best coffee, and if you haven't already, go to that link. And also in the next
Set up their
couple
coffee.
days, what'd you say, till Friday or sorry, till Tuesday?
Yeah. Like till midnight tomorrow night.
Midnight tomorrow night. Use that code BourbonBlog to get your
15% off.
Boom, baby. Is there anything else that you're working on, guys, that you want to let fine ladies and gentlemen know about?
You know, I don't think so. We're excited. One thing that I want to emphasize is if you order from us and you taste our coffee and you like it, dislike it, email me. Let's talk about it, because we're always trying to improve, trying to try new things. If you have an idea for a coffee, we'll do it. I mean, give it a shot.
Let me ask you, what's the smallest batch you could make? If I was to ask you to make me a private label bags, what's the smallest bag? I mean, the quantity. Like, let's say, for example, pound bags of coffee. How many bags, or how many bags that you need to make for us to make a private label?
One.
How many bags?
No, he said one for you. One.
Oh,
The
one.
smallest would be 1 8-ounce bag, because I'm going to keep that other 8 ounces and drink it myself.
Yeah. There's no. The great.
I have a project. You know, look, see, I'm very spontaneous. I talk to people. I come up with ideas, right?
Yeah.
So how about we make for next year? I want to make, or you know what? Fuck it, year round. Let's make 1,000 bags with our custom logos, and we're gonna donate that money because April is autism month. So every coffee bag we sell, I will purchase it, whatever it's cost, and we would donate that at 100% money to autistic society.
Yeah.
You
I
like-
love it. We have a cousin. We have a cousin that's autistic, so that really hits home hard for us. I think that's fantastic.
Is that something that you guys be interested, or you could tell me to go fuck
Absolutely.
whatever you want?
No, absolutely.
I think it's a done deal.
Yeah. Sanj, you're a cool guy. Like, this is the first time I've got to talk with you, interact with you, listen to you. Obviously, like, I hop on the Bourbon blogs every week when you're there listening. But you get it, man. Like, doesn't surprise me Matty Rock and Tom are hanging out with a guy like you, or that you're hanging out with these ruffian guys. Like, you guys get it. You got to pay it forward.
There's only one thing wrong with Sanj. The son of a bitch doesn't do shipping. He doesn't do mail orders.
No, listen.
No, that's so that you end up going to Sanj's shop and you get the Sanj experience,
Listen,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Here's the problem. I always tell people, if you're a friend and if you're in our circle, you can call me 2 in the morning. We'll mail it to you. If I can't fucking mail it, I drive it up there. I'm not like you that you won't come to my fucking charity event and support. All right? So, yeah. I was listening. Don't fucking think I don't know what the hell you saying. 7 miles.
Now you know you're straight. Your booth will be Tom's.
That's it.
I like it.
I like doing the autism thing. I do.
It's a great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
Support it too.
No, if it's possible about that coffee idea, I would like to make a bag of coffee, and we will put 5 SP 1014s, and we'll donate 100% of that money to charity.
Love it.
We'll get a hold of you, Sanj, on social media. Reach out. I know I follow you for sure on Instagram.
Matty has my number, and we'll connect. And how fast can we do this?
Well, what I would want to do is I want to make sure that we have some good packaging on it, as far as the sticker that goes on the bag, and I know that's going to take a couple weeks, but I think we could probably get it done in 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, months tops.
Yeah, because I want to do it right as far as packaging. I don't want some sloppy ass shit going out there.
Yeah, of course.
That's just you start like right away, right?
Yeah.
Hit you up
Well,
tonight, tomorrow.
I was thinking, so I don't know if you ever seen the SP 1014 band. So there is a face, right? So that face is empty, is black line, like this tattoo.
You want to grab one of your sticks?
Yeah.
I'll show it to him. See this tattoo? That's the face. That's the face. So that face is naked. It's empty because. So original concept behind that face is, so if you do like anything for autism, the inside I want to fit, put it with the different bright colors that autism colors. So that's what we want to put in the bag, and it says specially blended for autism benefit, right? And it's a black bag. So I know you guys have a black bag, and this sticker is naked. Anybody will make the sticker. We just put the sticker on, and then we'll attach 5 cigars to it, and anybody buys it, 100% money we would donate it to Sid. So I like to start, if it's not too small, I like to start at least 250 bags, because the April is the autism month. So if you want, we have the art ready. All we have to do is just add the colors and get the labels. I'm sure you guys have somebody local you deal with, stick on stickers, and I like to sell that. And if I could get by 26, I have almost 400 people attending. So I want to sell all that and give that money to them that day.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that possible? You need to have an early night sleep or whatever. No, I don't know. How come you guys can't work round the clock like I do?
Who said we did it?
With our date.
Then let's get it done for 26. At least 250 bags. That would be perfect.
Okay. yeah. Sanj, I'm going to tell you that I don't know. You probably miss what we do for a day job. I own a company that provides social services therapy for delinquent, at-risk, mental health youth and their families. And so we're pretty ingrained in the autism and the other diagnosis world. And coffee's our escape. And so this project really hits home with us. And we'll probably get to we in our blend. We have a massive blend book that we've been messing with, and I'm sure that we have one in there that we're going to pick that is just right for this. Yeah, we'll probably start roasting tomorrow for it, dude. We'll probably start making the contacts, get shit ordered get it going.
Yeah, absolutely. And every charity should head home because we're blessed.
Yes, absolutely. Amen, brother.
I could get up, punch Matty in the face if I have to. I could get up. I could run from Matty if he chases me. So we're very blessed.
I fucking think I like where this is going. Say that for the record.
We're blessed. Bottom line, we're blessed.
We are. Yes, we are.
And a lot of people take a lot of things for granted. Talk to someone that can't get out of bed, without assistance. So we're granted. We're blessed. So to me, every charity hits home. Every charity.
Yes.
Yeah. And absolutely.
Fine. So look, we do an event like last year. Ad was here within 5 minutes. I had everything done. And Ad's like, how is this possible? I said, don't worry about it. So if you call me up and say, Sanj, I need 1,000 bags. We want to do donation and we want to do 1,000 bags tomorrow morning. Guess what? I'm not going home. You have those bags first thing tomorrow morning. And
all right.
You guys have the key. You have caffeine. Drink more and stay awake.
We do have the capabilities to have some caffeine in our bodies for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just let's see if we could make it. That would be perfect for 26 because I want to set up a table there, and people whatever they take it, money stays right there.
I'm sending Sanj I'm sending you Sanj's number right now.
Awesome,
cool.
Awesome, man.
Cool.
Yeah,
and the autism awareness, I love that. Our cousin he's on the spectrum with Asperger's. It's near and dear to my heart. I'm super ADHD. There's not enough awareness or support for individuals that are, I guess you'd say, neurodivergent, right? Like there's nothing wrong with anybody.
Nothing.
Everybody's beautiful. Everybody has that potential. A lot of times people just need a little bit of help, a little bit of accommodation.
Yeah,
everybody's fucked up in their own way.
Right.
Anytime you guys do any kind of charity, I'm in. Don't ask me. Tell me. Say, Sanj, we need thousands. It's done. Don't ask me. There's a difference.
All right.
One and asking someone.
I'll let you know.
Ask me and say, hey, can we do 2 cigars? We need 500 bags done. And I will work overnight to make it happen. Unlike you guys.
And I think after what Sanj said, we're going to need a charity to fix Matt's nose after Sanj punches me in the head. So the Fix Matty Rock's Schnoz a charity event will be going soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Doesn't matter what kind of charity doing, as long as it's helping local people, I'm in.
Okay.
Amazing.
You felt that buzz, so you now have Sanj's number, Shad.
Nice. So many
Awesome.
good things being born tonight. New coffees, new projects, and it's all right here on Cigar Saturday Live. Hopefully you'll have been liking, retweeting, and again, we will tell you this one more time, JanusCoffeeRoasters.com. Between now and tomorrow night at midnight, use that code BourbonBlog when you go on there, and make sure that you follow our good friends there, Shad, Shea, their whole company there, Janus Coffee Roasters, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those great places. Guys, it's always so much fun hanging out with you. I'm so glad to see you.
Yeah, it's been great. And really, for the people that are watching this out there, that is honestly about how it goes with creating a coffee for a charity or for a company or for a restaurant, cigar shop, whatever, is they just tell us they want it and we'll blend it and we'll work our tails off to get it done, even if it's 24 hours a day, Sanj.
That's all right. That's okay. That's
He
it.
told your ass.
That's it. Work never killed nobody. Remember that.
No. Oh, hell no.
Hey, Tom, last week when you guys showed up, what was I doing till 11 o'clock at night? Packing
You were
cigars.
stuffing those cigars in there.
That's it. Whatever needs to
Right.
be done, I'm here. Only thing I pray to God, give me strength to do it.
Amen.
That's right.
And now we have coffee to keep him awake. So
That's
the
it.
cycle.
Now we have it all.
That's it.
Big
All right.
circle, man.
And whiskey. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Always.
having us. It's always a lot of fun. Shad said, the Bourbon Blog, and I was like, really? I get to hang out with Tom and Matty, and maybe Sanj will be there, and we're gonna have some drinks and like have a virtual herf and just bullshit. Awesome. I love it.
Done, baby. We got to keep it in the fam. So much love, ladies and gentlemen.
Much
Thank
love,
you.
everybody.
You guys know how to reach Shad and Shea over at Janus. And much love. We will catch you all next
Absolutely.
week, next Saturday.
See you guys.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here.